Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire. It's a rite of passage, dude. I think we've been doing a little bit better on A20 than when we were in the doldrums. Let's go for a common relic. Dude, I don't dislike it. It means if we could hold off on hitting a shop until a later floor, I'd be a very happy man, maybe. Who knows, I could turn, you know, mob bank into a few hundred gold. Gotta get that out there. Then we hope for a dual cast next turn. Nice. Alright. With the defect, easy choice. Frost Focus can get you where you need to go. It's definitely... I hate you. 7 block, 2 frost, 11 block. We take 2, we keep the frost orbs. Or we smack you, play a defend, we take 1 and kill you next turn. I hate to say it, but that's the kind of difficult math that actually might end up paying dividends over the course of this game. Early genetic algorithm, also a great choice. Honestly, might as well just play it early. We're going to face a serious problem for our first elite fight, which is that we don't have... 14 damage. Let's do it. We don't have a lot of damage. We have Zap Dual Cast, which is fine on a non-Ascension run specifically. We're not frail anymore, so we'll take 1 damage in the course of this. And we have a Steroid Potion, and we have a Power Potion, so we might be able to finesse something out of that, but... I think we're happy where we stand. A Streamline is tempting, but without anything to, like, bring it back. I don't think that's what we're looking for. And I definitely don't think a multicast is what we're looking for either. If we take the right path, we're forced to fight more elites. And I honestly think that's what we want. I think we want to be forced a little bit early here. That way, you know, the odds of us coming out with a better relic exist. We're already at 9 block. Well, I do want to, like, genetic algorithm, it'll probably, assuming we live for any length of time, it stands a real opportunity, and I'm being sincere, to be better than exhaust, or better than impervious, I mean. We're probably going to get it to, like, at least 20-something block. For 1 energy, which is nuts. The downside is that it sucks early. But we've already got it to be as good as a basic block. The fact that we got it so early is just insane. We want to charge battery. We don't... honestly, I think if you're rolling a minimalist deck... People tweeted me their minimalist decks that had Blizzard in them. I don't think... I've never found it to be a great damage dealer. Unless... I don't know. If you're putting out way more frost per turn... We can't rely on it early, I guess, is the easiest way to say it, right? We have no idea. We might never get another Frost card again. If we don't get another Frost card, life's going to be a real problem for us, by the way. But you never know. So far, this is going very well. Hologram. I mean, Echo Form is also very, very interesting. I think you do take a Hologram. I think it's a perfect time for a Power Potion as well. Do Electrodynamics, full stop, is what you want here. And then... realistically, we will not have a perfect boss fight. Although... we're not going to be far off thanks to that potion, I think. 1 dual cast puts us in an unbelievable spot. Probably will start with a Glacier. Actually, 1 dual cast now kills you. I think it was well worth the potions. Beam Cell, double energy, white noise. The only thing is, I don't dislike... I mean, our energy base is not that bad. It's 3, but we don't have any expensive cards except Glacier. And we're going to play Glacier, like, literally every time anyway. So, I don't think this was exactly mission critical. But I do think that it does make maybe the most sense to play. I'll level with you on that one. Keep in mind, it looked like, or maybe looks like, this deck is awesome. If I hit you for 12, you're at 35. You'll get hit for another 3. You know... Oh, I love that. You're too good to me. I'll play Genetic Algorithm. I will. But, basically, we got lucky enough to have Electrodynamics from our Power Potion. And if that were not to happen... I'll take 6, unfortunately. If that were not to happen, that would have looked... just an unbelievable degree worse. We also we wouldn't mind getting Focus. The thing is, Claw is very interesting as well, but I don't think it's the kind of deck... I mean, I guess if we have Frost Focus, an upgraded hologram, we keep bringing Claw back, at least it's doing something, but... I'm not taking it to enable the whole deck. I want that to be clear. Dude, by the way, I love Singing Bowl. I took it as a way for us to be able to continue to build damage while having a bunch of Frost in the background. Whether or not it's actually going to work, I have no idea. We're hitting pretty yikesable moments here. Who's the boss? Guardian. With Frost, the Guardian shouldn't be too bad. And there's some obvious things, I think, here. I think you probably play... I mean, here's the thing. You're going to Claw. You're going to Glacier. You're going to Zap. Then you're going to choose. A dual cast is another 10. Takes us to 19 block. I think that's as good as it's likely to get. Honestly, like, let's rush down the Spike Slime so we've only got one enemy. It's not the way we would prefer to run this if possible, but... relatively smart plays, I think. I don't know, man. This turned out to be kind of a little bit more difficult than expected. By the way, I didn't even get a chance to mention it. Lucky us. But I'm actually stoked to have Singing Bowl. I mean, I think Singing Bowl is actually, I mean, if you get it early enough, which I think we did, could be worth quite a lot. Kind of a moment of truth here. There's a lot of stuff I like, to be honest. Extra focus. It seems like this is worth breaking my Maw Bank for, to be honest. I think just Lantern plus Data Disc is totally fine. And I think any form of AoE, but mostly draw, is probably what I'm going for here. So this guy, oh, you're going to be a real pain in the butt. But you know what? I'm ready for it. Let's do it. Even if we live... we're going to be set up for like a god-awful fight. Against the Guardian. Dude, honestly, sock it to me. Let's do it. I'm almost dead. I'm starting to think I shouldn't have done this. How am I gonna hit him for this much damage on this turn? It's inconceivable. Alright, just kill me. I made a mistake. That's fair. If there's no elite there, I'll tell you straight up, we win the run. It's not even close. Probably the easiest win of my life, on top of that. So usually, we haven't found ourselves in the shame cycle for a while, so could be worse. We're going to try to get the free elite fight. And it's unlikely, let me level with you, but we do get a chance to add some cards. I'll tell you, I kind of like going for a darkness build. Like Bonnie, Prince, Billy. And now I see a darkness. I don't want to add garbage. Thank God. I would add a self-repair. You know what? We do want rebound. Rebound into dark. I think our dark orb, it could be worth something for us. Now, without having gotten a self-repair, I'll take a bandage up. Thank you for asking. We have 2 exhaustible cards, so we haven't actually added that much to the deck right now. Do we want go for the eyes? It doesn't have D-A-R-K as its flavor text. So the answer to that question is F no. Recursion, very good in the sort of style we're going for here. So obviously we didn't get a free elite fight. Very simple. So rebound, recursion, probably a zap, sadly. I'm settling in for the long haul. The dark orb is the big one, though. Unfortunately, despite that being like the first card we added to the deck, it doesn't exist. So I know. Actually, I shouldn't say I know. I've been informed. It's very lucky, by the way, that the dark build for the defect is not necessarily well liked. To which I would like to reply, tell me something I don't know. Like the Planck constant. I think I tend to like it on the first floor, and then after that it gets a little spotty, but being able to recurse a dark orb is extremely nice to keep it from actually dying. So if you can keep a charge up on that, you're gonna be a happy man, I think. Blood Vial is also really good. Now we do still have problems just like with literal living. We need some block as well. I mean, you just play it like this. Block's a sincere issue. We don't want to bring back a strike. That's my reasoning there. Alright, 16 block. Sorry to inform you that that's impossible. So we'll take 1 damage. And again, I mean, it's not like I'm mad or anything, but like, just anything that evokes this orb is good. But once we get you good. Dude, I hate to say it. 2 genetic algorithms has got to be better than 1. It's in the name. Cursed with Parasite. I don't feel like I can afford to anger the mushrooms. So I will take... Oh, thank you. I'll take this golden gift and use it wisely. Definitely, Darkness, I'd like to upgrade it. Recursion for free is pretty good. I think Genetic Algorithm is going to get there either way. Remove a card for 7 HP. You know what? I will. I will. So defense is important, I think, to keep our Dark Orbs functioning. So we hit Recursion. I also think, like, Zap is pretty good. A 0-cost Zap is fairly solid, in my opinion, is what I mean. You know, this isn't as bad as I originally thought. I looked at this at first and went, this is garbage, but to get hit for 3 is... It's a pretty who cares moment, I think. It doesn't take us too many turns to get set up for something a little bigger. 6 damage plus 6, 12. You'll be at 29. I don't dislike this, to be honest. And then I'm just going to activate both the genetic algorithms to get them out there ASAP. That was really our only chance at not taking damage. We need these recursions to get around a little faster, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we handled that super wrong, by the way. And I don't use dark orbs that often. You're going to have to cut me a little bit of slack. Not much, but just the slightest bit. I think lock-on, especially upgraded, stands a chance to be decent. Take my gold. I'm going to rest. Perhaps I should not, but I'm going to. We're going to drink our potion. We're going to play defrag. It's not 10 out of 10. But it's decent enough, and, you know, they're taking a little bit more damage. I can respect and appreciate that. Who couldn't? Okay, so what do we need? It's so important, but yet, even in our relatively thin deck, we're having hard times getting it out there. We need, above all else, dark orbs. When we only get, I mean, we only have one darkness creating card. That's the nitty gritty of what we got going on and going wrong right now. With recursion, this wins us the game right here, as long as we don't evoke it accidentally. So it's very simple, just rebound, recursion. We might not have even wanted to play Bullseye, because it's going to push the Dark Orb back a little bit, but the damage output is nuts, obviously. So we want like a dual cast, basically. A zap works fine. And we should probably rebound the zap, because we might need it to evoke this Dark Orb. And if we can evoke this Dark Orb, you're dead. There's many different ways we could accomplish that, I guess. But that's fine. Okay. I do think Rainbow will work for us. It's another Dark Orb creator. And Cursed is probably the best energy relic. Where does this leave us? I think it still leaves us in a pretty dangerous position, but and I see an elite free path with a couple of shops. You don't really want to recurse the darkness here. I think you actually like a recursion dual cast darkness. I mean, the darkness, it would be 6 damage. Big whoop. So I hate to say it, dude. Well, I don't hate to say it. I love to say it because we took a lark on them. But these genetic algorithms are doing some pretty solid work for us. So we need a lot of help to kill one of these guys. You're so lucky. We almost got there. When we got to the Wombus, were you starting to believe? I was starting to believe a little bit. I do think the charge, but we need better blocks, I think. Dude, honestly, take my meager 92 gold. I do not care. I can't afford to get in over my head here. For a turn in which we didn't get any of the cards that relate at all to our win condition, to be honest, I'm not super displeased about the way this turn went. But I will get super displeased, that is. I don't know if we want to rebound a strike. We might have wanted to play that strike rebound, but some pretty bad turns. We are going to have to rest. I actually completely think we need hologram. Pain is so dangerous. Hologram, I believe we need it. I see the pain in hand, by the way, but I believe we need it pretty much like specifically just as a means to get recursions back to us. This is gonna be a bummer. But lock on. Do you get hit by this guaranteed? No. So that's a little painful. I don't really want this guy to die first, but unfortunately that's kind of the way these dark orbs work. By the way, we're dead. This one's a sincere bummer for me. I really thought we were getting somewhere. I think we could have if we got Doom and Gloom. But let's try it again. This is A20. One of these days we're going to punch through the nuclear winter. Interesting. The sky that blankets the city, much like The Matrix 3. I'm not sure if you've seen it. Landmark film. Highly recommended. And I mean, I don't want to spoil it for you, but that moment is not necessarily a moment of triumph from the perspective of all the characters. It's really like, I don't know if you know this, but it's kind of like a metaphor for, you know, Neo is a little bit like Jesus Christ, and etc., etc. But, no, what I'm trying to say is, one day, it's gonna, absolutely, it's gonna blow you away once we get to that point where we actually win an A20 run. It's gonna be good. We weren't going to kill you anyway. By the way, we really, especially if you're doing nothing, I'd love to stall until, yeah, we can play genetic algorithm. Because enabling that early is huge. Because we have strength from Girya, I hate to say it, but I want claws, more or less. I will take a go for the eyes. And I will probably also remove a basic strike. But, I want to gain strength, and then I want attacks that hit multiple times. It's pretty much where I think a good win condition for us lies. And you know I'm looking at something like a claw deck and going, that's interesting. I don't believe they would balance the game. Why not play genetic algorithm? I think a steam barrier is fine too. I don't believe they would balance the game so you needed a specific archetype to win. Now, I would really like that. There's no way we could have afforded it at the best of times. No way we could have afforded that at the best of times. Let's not worry about it. So we'll lift. I do think being 3 strength up by the end of this floor would give us a really improved chance of victory, without a doubt. And if we'd played it last time, like we should have, we wouldn't have taken any damage this time, but I digress. Have I learned my lesson? No, I'll probably continue to play a little fast and loose, but it's par for the course for yours truly. Not losing too much HP. I mean, the fights get more difficult as the floor goes on. Rip and tear is exactly what we want. Anything that gets a huge benefit from multiple attacks being used, or it being used multiple times. 8 damage to a random enemy twice. Well, not so random, I guess, but... So even before being upgraded, it's going to be pretty decent. We have to think very carefully about what we play, though. Self-repair, I will take it in every single defect deck. I do not care. Continue to lift. I think this upgrades every card. You know what? Who's our boss? It's the Hexaghost. Because it's the Hexaghost and we have some self-repair, I'll take 22 damage in the process. Remove, transform, upgrade. It's got to be upgrade territory. 2 weak is pretty good. 2 extra damage on that is not. This being free is pretty good, but I think 2 weak is going to be where we're going to start here. I don't really like what we got on that, but 44. Let me think. 44 takes 12. You go down to 32. It's not where we want you, unfortunately. I think I would rather stall you for, like, literally we can only stall you for one more turn, but I'd still rather try. And I think we should use an attack potion. It's not particularly strong, but at least we got 2 enemies left that can be lethal in 1 hit. That works. Definitely do not need 1 more self-repair. For raw damage, I do think a single... that could be fine. And we did get to Girya levels, but for raw damage, I think a single ball lightning could work. But we have a real problem, and the real problem is very simple. We don't have very much block at all right now, but we'll try nonetheless. And I think I'm not overly concerned. It's just going to be a race, more or less. And as he starts adding more and more garbage to my deck, I'm going to be more and more annoyed by the situation. But Steam Barrier is important. So is Genetic Algorithm. Both of them play a role here. If we can, you know, keep from debuffing Steam Barrier, I'm a happy man. I think we need zaps to make sure we're evoking orbs as quickly as possible. It might come down to whether or not we can weaken him on the turn where he does his big attack. So in one of the next 2 turns, to get a, I mean on this turn now, to get a go for the eyes. Yikes, brother. We lose again. Well, thanks for watching. That's a rude awakening. Welcome back to 820. Hope you enjoyed it, though. If you did, click the like button. I am unperturbed. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. It was a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And I'll see you next time. See ya!